All right, another great company here to expose. I'm here today with Kiko Arroyo from Danger Close. How you doing, Kiko?
I'm doing very well. How are you today?
I'm doing well, especially because I'm in your presence with this wonderful contraption here. So before we explain what Kiko's contraption is here, Kiko, tell me a little bit about yourself, brother.
Well, I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York. During the Marine Corps, I was a weapons instructor for 6 years there. I worked in the private sector for the past 30 years. I've been shooting and teaching civilians, military, veterans all around. And I've been working on this project for the past few years, and I found a new love here.
Nice, and we're glad you found a new love. It looks like you're getting around in the veterans community. So first of all, we appreciate your service.
Thank you very much. It was my honor.
All right. So what is the name of this, and how did this come about?
Well, this is the Reaper AC steel target shooting system. Basically, the way this came about, my partner Nate King and I, we've been shooting for years. We're good buddies, and we go everywhere shooting. Sure. And we've been shooting at steel silhouettes for the past few years, and we realized we're kind of bored. Everywhere we go, it's the same shape, same thing. You shoot at a steel silhouette, you get a report back, but we noticed that it wasn't challenging us. So Nate said, I need to create something to challenge the next shooter.
Right.
He came up with this. Basically what he did, he took a silhouette basic shape and he cut out the fat. No pun intended, but he cut out the fat, and he came up with a critical hit target here. Okay. As you know, so everything's on here is basically designed to drop the threat once you hit the threat. There's no wing shots, there's no flesh wounds. These are all critical hits. When you hit it, you know you hit something with a threat.
So you immobilize the perpetrator, correct?
He's going to be immobilized no matter where you hit it. That's what it's designed for, to teach the shooter to have an accurate shot onto the threat.
Sure. And what organizations so far have you guys had success with implementing this Reaper system?
Well, right now we've been showing it to a lot of law enforcement agencies. We can't say who's been buying them yet, but it's mainly been the sheriff's departments, local law enforcement, police departments. We do have appointments with some military units.
Sure.
They express interest in our target, which made us very happy. They see the potential in this target. There's a lot that this target can do, as opposed to a standard silhouette target.
Sure. And you know, just prior to us even being here today, I've had a little bit of time to speak with Kiko, and this thing is not only good in the fact that it is so mobile, right? But it's also, tell me how this is green, Kiko. Tell me how this also stands apart, let's say, from a less expensive paper target, or even going to the range and seeing the electronic targets to come up. How is that different?
Well, that's a good question. By being green, there's no electronics involved, no tool assembly. There's nothing to keep replacing like a paper target. You shoot it up and you have to keep replacing over and over again. This target will last you an extremely long time. So it's very durable, it's long lasting, and once you buy it, you're probably going to keep it for a long time. You're not replacing anything for many years to come.
Wow. Now, a long time for me is a little ambiguous. So I think you said like 10,000 rounds hit this, but this thing looks new. So 10,000 rounds have hit this already?
Actually, we've had up to 20,000 rounds.
20,000 rounds? Oh my goodness.
Most standard steel targets.
Where are the markings on this thing?
Well, I'm explaining why you don't see any markings. Most standard targets take about 15,000 rounds before they start to deteriorate. Because we have this patented angle on this target here. Instead of taking a blunt hit, it's actually deflecting the target, deflecting the rounds down and back behind the target. So one is very safe. So because it's deflecting it, it's not taking a blunt impact. And we notice again, we just wipe it clean, spray paint it again. If you feel it, the target looks brand new.
Oh, wow.
It's incredible.
20,000 rounds and it looks brand new.
We don't know how long it's going to last because we're still shooting at it. So we're still experimenting.
I know you explained this before, but I have another question for you. Paper target, there's a hole that goes through it. You can see your shot groups.
Right.
Electronic target, it drops when the round hits it. I'm curious, if I'm shooting at this target, how do I know I hit anything, especially if it's not leaving any marks?
Okay, well, you will see some splay from the rounds itself. When you shoot at the green or the black, you will see where the impact hit. You know you're hitting something because it does have a sound reverberation. This is AR500 steel. We have tuning fork cuts, we have tuning fork marks cut into the target. So when you hit the different targets here, it creates a different sound. So you're going to know whether you're hitting the head, whether you're hitting the lung, the spine, or the pelvic bone here. We designed it so if you're shooting long distance, when you hear that sound report, you know you hit it.
So you're able to get instant
feedback. Exactly.
Wow, that is amazing. Yeah. That is amazing. And I love the fact how you've put critical areas, for example, the head, the neck, the lungs, the heart, and so on and so forth. I think that's just so amazing. But I just, what are these? What are these here? Is this
this is additional features that are added to our target. This is a shooting tree. Usually you buy a shooting tree separately. This is designed for competition shooters or recreational shooters. We built this into the target itself. It has a hostage taker plate also for more tactical shooting, which will swing back and forth, or you can take out the adapter and it will lock into place. So what we did is we wanted to create a target where you only had to buy one system and not buy a silhouette and then buy a tree or buy anything else. This also takes paper targets in front of it. It has cutouts here, so you can place a paper target in front of it. And what we found out is when the shooters are shooting at the paper target, if they don't hear that steel report, they know they didn't hit something critical. So it forces them to focus on the front sight. It forces them to work on their trigger control. They want to shoot better because they want that gratification.
They want the instinct. And I think that's so wonderful too, because as they're practicing on their breathing, their posture, right, their trigger squeeze, once they hear that sound, they know, hey, maybe that was a good trigger pull at the bottom of my respiration, good posture, so they're going to do it again as they decide to engage a different part of the target, if not the same.
Not only did they hit it, they also know they hit something very well. They hit something very critical, as opposed to the silhouette where you hit it on the outside. You get a steel report, but that's not a critical hit. So when they hit this, they know. Now, for instance, this is 4 inches wide. That's a great shot. That's a great grouping. Okay, anybody who gets a 4-inch group or less, that's a great grouping.
Builds confidence.
It builds confidence. They know they're hitting something good, so they are very satisfied with getting that, and it makes them want to shoot better. This target kind of forces you to want to shoot better.
It does.
Because you know you're hitting something critical, and you know you're getting that instant gratification of the feedback.
Wow. And just show me really quick how this Reaper system, it disassembles and assembles. It's got weight to it, but it has to because of the type of metal.
This is AR500.
AR500.
Reconstructed AR500 steel.
Can you just show them really quick how easily the plates slide
Absolutely. Out? You have the base plate, which is basically made of mild steel. Everything else is AR500. You have the mass here, and this is a no tool assembly. You stick the mass into the slots here, and these plates just simply come in and out. You adjust them to the slots here. But it takes under 2 minutes to put it all together. There's a locking rod if you want to lock everything into place. Remind you that this is modular, so if you have a silhouette that's a little bit shorter, I can take this and adjust it where it goes higher.
Got you where the pelvis is or the
lungs. Modify it to the target itself.
So this thing is so versatile.
It is versatile, and it's got some weight to it. It's about 186 pounds, so the wind's not going to knock it down. A heavy round is not going to knock it down, so it's going to last for you there. It's a great system here. Like I said, everything is modular. You can paint these any colors you want. You have 16 individual targets on this one system here. 16 total when you count all the plates here.
Kiko, you got me sold. I'm looking forward to seeing this in action. I'm looking forward to collaborating with you more. So Kiko, tell them, because you guys are going to want to know how to get in contact with Kiko Arroyo and his partner to see this thing, especially if you're in home self-defense, if you are watching this and you work for an organization that requires some type of security, law enforcement, even just awareness about the body and what rounds do and how it's immobilized. You can even learn a lesson about that. Kiko, how do they get in contact with you?
Well, you can easily reach me by email at kiko@dangercloseus.com. First name is Keiko @dangercloseus.com, or contact our website at dangercloseus.com.
Got to get that US in there, baby.
Danger Close US.
Kiko, I really appreciate your time. I look forward to...
we want you to shoot this.
Oh, trust me, I want to shoot this. All right, Kiko, well, we'll see you soon, brother.
Thank you again, Drew. You have a great day today.
You too, brother.